Were you appointed trustee and unsure of your responsibilities? Understanding your role is the first step. I'm going to break down the 5 legal duties every California trustee needs to know and how to avoid mistakes that could lead to liability or conflict with your family. Hi, I'm Dr. Ray Gervasio. In 30 years as an attorney, I've seen families torn apart, wealth drained, and years wasted in court, all because of poor planning. We make sure that doesn't happen. If you want to protect what you've built and keep your family out of court, call us at 408-945-3950 for your initial consultation. Let's get started. What are a trustee's primary responsibilities? Serving as a trustee in California comes with heavy responsibility. As the legal manager of the trust, you're required to carry out the instructions of the trust document, follow California law, and always act in the best interest of the beneficiaries. Let's break this down. One of your most important duties is to safeguard and manage the trust assets. That includes everything from bank accounts to real estate to investment portfolios and personal belongings. You're not just holding these assets, you're also expected to protect them, grow them, and when appropriate, make sure they're distributed according to the terms of the trust. If the trust includes property, you'll need to secure it, maintain it, and possibly sell it if the trust requires. If it includes stocks or other investments, you must act as a prudent investor, meaning you can't just let assets sit or take unnecessary risks. The key here is documentation. Keep clear records of everything: bank statements, invoices, receipts, valuations. If something goes wrong, your records are your proof that you acted responsibly. As trustee, you have what's called a fiduciary duty. This means you must always act in the best interest of the trust and its beneficiaries, even if you're one of them. You must avoid self-dealing, favoritism, or anything that could even look like a conflict of interest. This duty includes keeping trust assets separate from your personal finances. You can't borrow from the trust. You can't commingle funds. Even an innocent mistake like depositing trust money into a personal account can create legal trouble down the line. If a conflict of interest comes up, like distributing assets to yourself as a beneficiary, you may need to disclose it to the other beneficiaries or even get court approval. Transparency is your best protection. And remember, fiduciary duty isn't just a moral obligation, it's a legal one. Breaching it could mean personal liability. One of the most common sources of tension in most trust administration isn't money, it's communication. California law requires that trustees keep beneficiaries reasonably informed about the trust and its administration. That includes notifying them of their rights, providing copies of the trust if requested, giving regular updates about the status of the trust, sending accountings that show income, expenses, and distributions. These updates must be accurate, clear, and sent on time. If beneficiaries feel they're being left in the dark, they may assume something's wrong, even if you're doing everything right. That could lead to disputes, court filings, and unnecessary stress for everyone involved. So don't leave them guessing. Set a communication plan early and stick to it. It builds trust and protects you. Another responsibility many trustees aren't prepared for is taxes. Depending on the trust, you may need to apply for a new tax ID, file Form 1041 for fiduciary income, and report trust income to the IRS. You'll also need to issue tax documents such as K-1s to beneficiaries. On top of that, if the trust owes real estate, property tax issues and reassessment exemptions under Prop 19 may apply. If the trust includes real estate, you'll also need to address property taxes and potentially file the property tax reassessment exemptions, especially important under California's changing rules post-Prop 19. These deadlines matter. Late filings or mistakes can result in penalties. And yes, you or the trustee could be held personally responsible. That's why it's also smart to work with a CPA familiar with trust taxation. You don't have to do it alone, but you do have to do it right. Eventually, you'll need to distribute the trust assets according to its terms. That might seem simple, just follow the instructions, but the truth is, disbursements often require careful judgment. Let's say the trust says to divide assets equally among 3 children, but the assets include property, investments, and a family business. What's fair and equal in value? What if one child wants the house, the other wants cash? What if someone insists on their share before the trust is ready? This is where your duty of impartiality comes in. As trustee, you must treat all beneficiaries fairly, not necessarily the same, but fairly, based on the instructions of the trust. If the trust gives you discretion, you'll need to explain your decisions and be prepared to show how they serve the intent of the trust and the interests of all beneficiaries. Sometimes it means saying no when a beneficiary makes an unreasonable demand. Other times, it means making hard calls about selling property or converting assets to cash. Whatever you do, document your decisions and consult legal or financial professionals when needed. The goal is not just to get through the process, but to honor the trustmaker's intent while preserving peace among the people they loved. Being named trustee comes with serious legal responsibilities. When you understand your duties, you could protect the trust, stay compliant, and avoid unnecessary conflicts with beneficiaries. And while that sounds like a lot, you don't have to carry it alone. If you haven't started your estate planning yet, or if you need to review your existing plan, give us a call at 408-945-3950 for that initial consultation. We'll guide you through the process and help you create a plan that fits your needs. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you in our next video.